All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am with y'all again this morning. We are all together, so I hope y'all are having a great Wednesday so far. For those of y'all who I don't know yet, I'm Felicia Mupo. I am not the normal host of this call, which is freedailycoaching.com. This is Bert Bledsoe's call. Normally, he's going to be your host on here. Hopefully the last 3 mornings aren't the only 3 mornings that you've spent with us, because you really haven't gotten a chance to meet Bert and experience Bert so much over the last 3 days, but he is still Trucker Bert. He is still on the road. Just chatted with him a few minutes ago, and his adventure continues to extend. So Bert is hoping to get home tonight. He will be here with us tomorrow because, as you hopefully remember, or if you didn't hear, I'll let you know now, there is a huge guest that's coming on as a guest interview for the freedailycoaching.com call tomorrow morning. So you will absolutely want to be with us tomorrow morning, on Thursday morning at 10:30 Eastern time for the freedailycoaching.com call, because it is going to be a phenomenal interview for sure. Bert will be back with us and be doing that. So again, good morning. I see a lot of our regulars here this morning. Phil and Nancy, Vicky, Christina, Brian, Clive, Jack, John. I don't think that we've had the opportunity to meet. Lauren, Emmy, nice to meet y'all. Welcome this morning. Debbie. So I think there's a few more people. There's a couple of people hopping on, hopping off. Clive, good to see you. But we are in on Wednesday. Words Wednesday is the theme today. So I have a bit of information to share with y'all, because those of y'all who maybe are attached to me as far as Facebook and maybe follow my mailers, you know that yesterday was an extremely busy day. It was an exciting day, not necessarily the type of exciting that I set out for every single day, but nonetheless exciting, great learning opportunity, and it goes along perfectly for Words Wednesday this morning. And Words Wednesday really is a lot about, it's very close to the mindset that we do on Monday, but it's also what you're telling others, what you're allowing others to tell you, either by their words or by their actions, and a little bit about affirmations. So I want to jump right in. You know, we're just a couple of minutes past the hour. I know the last couple of days we have extended a little long, and I don't want to do that again this morning. So that way, those of y'all who hop off of this Hangout, go right into a My Lead System Pro morning wake-up call. You're able to get there this morning in time and to hear the entire presentation. But let me fill you in on what's happened over the last couple of days. Hopefully you can take some learning from this, find some inspiration in this that you can apply to your business and make a meaningful impact. So yesterday morning, as y'all know, I hosted the freedailycoaching.com call then. It was Tech Tip Tuesday, so we went into a little tech tips, ran over a little bit. We're going to hold some stuff over for next week, and that was super exciting. Always a lot of fun to guest host this call on behalf of Bert. Went on and took my kids out for donuts in the middle of the neighborhood, a little donut place that's over by a park and a splash playground. They were playing while I was out there shooting videos and really having a pretty doggone good day. Able to do some things that really love, as well as getting some work done and all of that, and being able to share some good value. I did shoot one video out there with my kids. I don't know if y'all saw that. I shared it on my Facebook page yesterday, as well as I believe I also shared it through YouTube yesterday. And it had a link in that video, which really wasn't the point of the video. The video was just meant to be fun because my kids wanted to get into it. because I was out there shooting videos, and they think that that's really, really cool. So I let them in. But I did have a link in that video that tied into a webinar that I'm hosting on Thursday night. So I shared that video, and I shared it around mainly because it was just funny. I liked it. My kids were being silly, and I just thought it was a great lifestyle, just kind of personality piece, and it was very raw and very real. Also shared some good content yesterday in video format also, and shared that around in some groups. Well, then all of a sudden at 2 o'clock Central Time, so 3 o'clock Eastern, as you know, the Ultimate Freedom webinar comes on with Diane Hochman. Great webinar. I hope y'all were on. Sadly, I was a little distracted, so I think that I need to go back and fully watch it. But right before I got on that webinar, I had been uploading some other videos that I was going to share yesterday. I did ultimately end up sharing them through my Facebook channel, but I was uploading some videos about, one in particular about a suggestion that Justice Egan shared with me about affirmations. And I'll share it with you here as well. But uploaded that video, and right as her call was starting, I went back into YouTube, and I was going to finish up that description for that video because I wanted to share that video immediately after her call was done. It was kind of time in my rotation. Went in to try to log into Facebook to finish up that description. I figured that the upload was complete at that time. So from that moment, which was maybe about 5 or 10 minutes into the Ultimate Freedom webinar call yesterday, for the next hour, I'm not sure who or what was after me. It just seemed like it was bam, 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 bam for the next hour. And let me share with you kind of what happened, and think in your mind how you would take this. The morning, you had a great morning. You had some fun time with your kids, being extremely effective, 3 meaningful videos shot, coming back, uploading them, and hopping onto a webinar with a great mentor. Then all of a sudden, you find out that another one of your YouTube videos has been flagged. Really no reason for that video to be flagged. No inappropriate content in that video whatsoever. It was a definition of attraction marketing. What is attraction marketing, and how would you use it to grow your business online? That's the video that got flagged by YouTube because either somebody or some robot or something evidently reported it as inappropriate. So I got another video flagged. The next thing I know, I find out my YouTube channel has been shut down. So I think I'm going to be able to get it back in a couple of weeks. However, some of the flags that I'm getting on my videos are completely random, unsubstantiated, so I'm not sure if they're going to find another video to flag. Who knows? And I may end up losing the channel altogether. I don't know. But so a video got flagged. Then my YouTube channel got shut down. Then one of the Facebook groups that I'm in that I love very much, it's very critical to my business and to keeping up with people. I found out that I got kicked out of that Facebook group because, well, I don't know for sure, but I had to really sit back and think, why in the world would I have gotten kicked out of this Facebook group? I mean, I didn't do anything. And all I can think of is because I shared that silly video with my kids and how great it is to be able to be at home with them. And in the description of that video, which is automatically tagged to the video when I share it, in the description, it talks about a webinar that I'm hosting on Thursday night. That could be deemed a link or some sort of self-promotion. I think I may have shared the video in that group. I'm not even sure because I can't go on there to see it. But if I did, somebody decided that that was inappropriate, and without any sort of warning, just kicked me out of the group. Never yet, hasn't said anything to me at all. Just I went in there to go try to reach out to somebody, and I had been blocked from that group. About the same time, somebody else from another group, one that I'm just getting into, a women's marketing group, sent me a message and let me know that even though the content that I had been sharing in her group this week had been very helpful because it had to do with something that was actually happening right now about how to save your videos, make sure that they're on a private platform, how to convert them over to an MP4 file format, how to upload them directly into Facebook if you wanted to do that. Even though that material that I had been sharing in this networking group had been valuable content, I had been sharing too much. I wasn't allowed to share on any day except Thursday. So I got my hand slapped on that one, that I was only allowed to share on Thursdays. So all the content that I had shared over the last couple of weeks in there, including the stuff that was this week that was actual valuable content information, they decided to delete, which is okay. I mean, it didn't harm me any, but yeah, this is all happening within 1 hour while we're on the Ultimate Freedom webinar. Then towards the end of that webinar, kind of funny, but probably didn't need one more thing in that particular hour, one of my good friends, Sean Walker, decided to call me out on the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Now, I'm not sure if you know exactly what that is, but it's to raise awareness for ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. I have sadly known one person who has passed away from Lou Gehrig's disease. I know another gentleman who's been suffering with it for several years now. So I am aware of what it is. I am glad that they have this campaign going on. But here's the deal. I had 24 hours to douse myself now in ice cold water. Goodness, what an hour that was. And I'm not sure if it was the stars aligning at that point, if it was somebody out to get me, or if it was somebody that was just there deciding that, you know what, you just need a little bit more of a push. And why I bring this on the Words Wednesday is not to bring us down, but to let you know, I still, because of the mentorship of Bert and of Diane and of numerous other people within my primary MLM as well as My Lead System Pro, my mindset has gotten to a point where it's so strong that whatever's caused all this stuff to happen in an hour yesterday, I don't know whether to take that fictitious person and kick him in the knees, or to take that fictitious person and give him a handshake. I'm definitely not to the point of a hug, but a handshake at this point, and tell him thank you. Because what it's done is it's proven to me, as well as things like this can prove to you, that it's okay. It's just a bump. Now, granted, that happened to be a series of rapids all happening at one time, but still, it was just a ripple, something that you can get right past. A lot of this comes back around to the video that I shot yesterday that I was actively trying to do the description on while my YouTube channel had gotten shut down, and how I found out. And I know several of us are in a journey, part of a mastermind program with Adam Chandler and Justice Egan, the 100-Day Biz Builder Challenge. And to the benefit of those of y'all that are not on that 100-Day Biz Builder Challenge, I want to share with you just a small piece of what Adam Chandler shared on the call on Monday night. And it was part of a series that he calls his 7 life hacks. And what it was finding ways to make your life a whole lot easier and more consistent in what you're doing to make yourself more productive, really more productive and more effective. And the life hack number 2 is the one that really got to me. There were a couple of them, but one of them was on your daily affirmations. And his suggestion on doing the daily affirmations is to pick 10. You may already have more than 10, and if you do, that's totally fine. But if you don't have, if you're not currently doing daily affirmations, which your affirmations are your I am statements. I am the leader that people are looking for. I am confident. I am strong. I am beautiful. I can do this. I am so happy and grateful that, and something that you've already accomplished looking into the future. Those are your affirmations. But his suggestion was to take simple note cards. This isn't a note card, but to take just a simple note card, write it out what your affirmation is. Take your smartphone, take a picture of your 10 affirmations. Save them into a designated file on your phone, so that way you can get directly to those pictures of your affirmation note cards. They will always be with you no matter where you are. If you're running out to a business meeting, if you forget and you're out running errands, hopefully you do it first thing in the morning, but even if you forget and you're out running errands, if you're traveling, if you're at a conference or a convention, you will have those with you even when you're not at your desk. And also on top of that is to make sure that you stay in this regular cycle of doing your daily affirmations, not just once a day, but twice a day, both in the morning as well as in the evening, right before you go to bed, to set your head in the right space before you lay down at night. Is just get in a habit of putting your phone in airplane mode. Now, airplane mode will fortunately still capture all of the information about who's called and caller ID and log that for you, unlike just turning it off. But it won't ding, it won't beep, it won't flash, it won't anything to distract you while you should be doing other things, which is your affirmations as well as your sleep. Extremely critical for you. Put your phone into airplane mode. Read through your affirmations with meaningful intention. Not just reading words on a piece of paper, but actual meaningful intention. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, rest, have your mind set in the right place before you lay it down on the pillow. First thing you do when you wake up in the morning, before you check into Facebook, even before you start your reading, your personal development, any of that stuff, grab your phone again. Remember, it's still in airplane mode. The very last file that you should have gone to last night would be your affirmations. The very first file that you go to in the morning when you wake up, again, your affirmations. Read through them. Think through them with meaningful intention, and then move forward with your day. But that was the video that I was attempting to share yesterday. I did end up doing it through Facebook, but kind of silly that was the one that I was attempting to share when my YouTube channel decided to get shut down. I can't recall. There was something else that happened later in the day, other than being doused in 4 buckets of ice cold water, literally ice. And y'all will see the video this afternoon. Just want to let you know that those buckets are filled with some water as well as filled with ice from a Zamboni from the Dallas Stars hockey rink. So it was cold. Be assured, none of y'all that are here today did I call out on the challenge, so you can your heart can stop pounding in anticipation. But I did call out Bert Bledsoe. I let him know that I've called him out just because he's on the road and he only has 24 hours to answer this challenge. So we'll get to see what kind of silliness Bert Bledsoe decides to come up with to answer that ALS challenge. If you haven't been called out yet and you want to be called out, let him know. He'll be happy to call you out. Either way, great organization to make a donation to. But trying to wrap up this Words Wednesday, and I haven't done a real good job of keeping track of the chat here. That's interesting, Bob. You said you do a new index card every morning. would be interesting to know if you are interested to know, do you rotate them through and that way you're only doing maybe 1 or 10 every single morning, or do you add a new one every morning, therefore your stack continues to grow? Great thing to look at. I also took it a little step further in my affirmations. Because I respond so much to music and visual versus words, I don't really enjoy reading, even though I do it. My affirmations are also set with a visual background created through PowerPoint and then put into a JPEG file, so it's a picture file. But a visual background that usually ties to something that I want. Something that I want, or something that I am striving to achieve, a particular vacation, somebody who has a phenomenal, who's phenomenally fit, has a great body that I would strive to really work towards, because I know that one of my strengths in the past, or one of my weaknesses in the past, has been that I'm willing to let my health go for the sake of some business objective that I'm working towards. So things like that. There's also a particular song that I listen to every morning with the affirmations, because music is a big piece of my happiness. So a way that you can build upon that. But let's see. I'm going to check through the chat here and see if we've got You're so right, Phil. We are tested. We are certainly tested every single day. And like I said, with whether it's a my resistance, whether it's a muse, whether it's a heaven forbid, hopefully it's not a person that's maliciously working to do all of this, and goodness, I can't even imagine somebody would want to do something like that. But like I said, I don't know whether to kick the person in the knee because it's like, dang it, just stop it. This is just silliness. Or if I want to give that person a handshake, because these tests and trials, if you take them for what they are, and I'll tell you, for a brief moment there yesterday, right at the end of the call, I called Bert, and I'm like, what is going on? And he's like, stop. He goes, you're taking 5 different things. Granted, they all happen to you in an hour. He goes, but you're taking 5 different things. You're lumping them together as if they're one cohesive thing that's happening to you, one colossal occurrence. Really, they're not. None of them are colossal occurrences. They're each just smaller things. Those will test you so much that your resolve will be so strong that no longer are you knocked by the little things. I'm reading through some of the chat. It looks like Bob was talking about something about his phone turning off when he goes into airplane mode. If it does that, then certainly just send it over to silence if you can, and do it that way. I don't know if you've got an iPad or some sort of tablet that you carry with you. You can also do the same effect with that, making sure that you just don't have any other applications open, and it's your habit to always go to that iPad or the Galaxy or whatever it is at the end of the day, and then again at the beginning of the day, keeping your computer, keeping your smartphone, keeping everything in your office, never taking it by your bedside, your bedstand, so it stays away from you. It's your iPad at the end of the day, and it's your iPad at the beginning of the day. Don't know if that helps. So Nancy, you have a hunch of what's going on, but you don't want to say in case you're wrong. I don't know if I want to know. I want to think it's just a series of wackadoodle events that happened all at one time. You're right, Nancy. The challenges are going to. They've just made me stronger. So So whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Here's the deal. My YouTube channel is probably gone. My primary marketing strategy has been videos. My primary marketing strategy will continue to be videos. Just the way in which I deliver those videos and the way in which I structure those videos will be changing. I don't know what it's changing to yet. Frankly, I don't care what it's changing to yet. All I know is that the information that I can share, the most effective way that I can do it personally is through video marketing. I will find a way. There will not be a hiccup in my overall business. It will continue to move forward. And that's what these kind of changes or these kind of challenges get you to. Either you know that it's time for you to quit, or you know that you're going to move forward. Personal choice, neither one of them are a wrong choice. They're just a choice that you get to make. And when you're put in front of those challenges, whether it's going to happen to you yesterday, today, or a few weeks from now, just be ready to make that decision. And if the decision is that you're not ready to overcome those challenges, go ahead and stop. Quit putting yourself through the pain. Quit putting yourself through the anguish and the misery of kind of half-ass doing it, and make the decision that you are going to overcome no matter what challenges is put in your place, and you will find a way. You will find a way to move forward. But let's see. Thank you, Phil. Yeah, we all do have those challenges for sure. I'll continue posting on Facebook. As you know, I'm big on putting my videos on Facebook and sharing it that way as well. I'll probably start cutting down on some of my sharing because twice yesterday I got my hand slapped and kind of got in trouble for it. I think maybe I was doing some things wrong. Still got a place to learn, no problem. I'm new to this business, and I will completely admit that. I've only been in online marketing now since March. We're now in, what, August? So it's a fairly short journey for me so far. I'll learn, I'll grow, I'll move forward, not a problem at all. But I appreciate y'all sticking with me this morning for Words Wednesday. I hope that was a bit of encouragement for you. If you are not regular at doing your affirmations, do yourself a favor. You know, I want to fix and say do me a favor, but really it's not a favor to me, even though I love you all dearly. Do yourself a favor and write out your affirmations today, whether you choose to go fancy and put them on PowerPoint with background pictures and audio and all that. Really not important. That's just a comfort zone for me. Just take note cards. Just simply take pieces of paper, write them out, take your phone. I know we've all got smartphones with cameras on it. Take pictures of them. Start that tonight. If nothing else, just commit to 2 minutes at night, 2 minutes in the morning, and start those affirmations right away. But again, tomorrow morning, so excited. The freedailycoaching.com call is going to have a huge guest host. This is one that you want to invite people to. If you haven't been inviting people to the freedailycoaching.com call, but if you haven't, definitely invite them to the call tomorrow. It's somebody that you and anybody in the network marketing home-based business, online marketing, affiliate marketing absolutely wants to hear from. Bert has a wonderful interview planned. He will be back with us tomorrow morning. Y'all take care. Also, tonight there is going to be a very timely, very appropriate message being delivered to us by one of the best in YouTube video marketing. It's going to be Mark Harbert. He's going to be on the My Lead System Pro Wednesday webinar, the industry-leading webinar there, talking about what's happening with YouTube, anything to do to protect yourself, maybe what to do once you've already been slapped or had your account shut down. So he's going to be on tonight. I'm going to redirect y'all to a page where you can get registered for that. Even if you are not doing a lot of stuff on YouTube, you'll want to attend this call so that way you're in the know of what's happening, because let me tell you, if it may be YouTube this week, but next month it's going to be Google, it's going to be Twitter, it's going to be Facebook, it's going to be something next. Prepare yourself for that. Take what Mark has already learned and maybe apply it for whenever it does strike someplace else. Y'all have a great morning. Have an awesome day. Look forward to seeing you on the attendee side, I believe, tomorrow morning. Take care. Bye-bye.